Listen, most people are absolutely broke because their budget is a total hallucination. They sit down once a year and create this perfect version of themselves that drinks green juice and never buys a $10 latte. But then reality hits. Work sucks. Your car makes a weird noise, your friends want to grab drinks, and suddenly your beautiful budget is in the trash and you are back to checking your banking app with one eye closed, hoping you still have Arsha dollars for gas. Stop doing that to yourself. I am going to show you the exact system I use to stay in total control without losing my mind or my social life. This is not about being a financial monk. This is about being the boss of your own cash. I have used this exact framework to go from zero to over $10 in liquid assets. And it works whether you make wushadininin or yawadin, dininin a year. Before we dive into the spreadsheet, tell me the truth in the comments. Do you actually follow a budget right now, or are you just vibing and hoping for the best? I am genuinely curious because if you are not tracking, you are not winning. The reason you fail is simple. Your budget is either too strict, too complicated, or built on fake behavior. If you say you are going to spend $0 on eating out, but you have a social life, you are lying to yourself. When the budget feels like a punishment, you will quit. When it has wusha categories and requires sensal hours of data entry, you will quit. We want a system that takes Schiffendon Utes every 2 weeks. I budget by paycheck, not by month. Monthly budgeting is a trap because you spend everything in the first Shuwu days and starve for the rest. Let's look at the numbers for a mid-month paycheck. Suppose you have $10 in your account and you just got paid down $10 after taxes. That is down $10 by dollars of total firepower in your hands. We split this into needs, wants, and the leftover. Needs are the non-negotiables: rent, utilities, car, gas, groceries. In this example, your rent plus fees is $10 by $10 a month, but we don't pay that all at once. We set aside $10 from this check that covers internet, trash, water, and that $1 pest control fee that every apartment complex sneaks in there. Your electric bill is $19 a month. So we set aside wusha dollars. Your car payment is $19, so we set aside $19. Gas and groceries are different. I don't split those in half because I need to eat today. So we allocate wusha dollars for gas and $19 for groceries to last until the next payday. If you can't eat on wusha dollars a week, you are buying too much prepackaged garbage. Buy some chicken, some rice, some broccoli, and keep it moving. The total for needs here is $10 wusha dollars. Now for the wants. This is your Netflix, your Spotify, your wusha dollar gym membership. We allocate the half-month portion for these, which comes to about $6. If you are paying for different streaming services you don't watch, cancel them. That is $2 a month that could be buying VU shares instead. Now we calculate the leftover $10 by dollars minus your needs and wants leaves you with $10 by dollars. But wait, don't go spend that on a new pair of sneakers yet. We need a cushion. I keep a $19 cushion in the account at all times for small emergencies or forgotten bills. After the cushion, we have $19 left to actually invest or save. That goes straight into the brokerage or a high-yield savings account. At the end of the month, we do it again. You get another down $10. You bring back that $10 you hid in savings for rent. Now you have down $10 in the account. You pay the full $10 by $10 rent. You pay the full car note, you zero out the credit card, and you still have money left to dump into the market. Speaking of credit cards, this is where most of you mess up. If you run up $19 on a card for points, but you don't have the cash to pay it today, you are not winning. You are just a debt slave with a E% cashback reward. I zero my cards out every few days. If the balance says zero, I know exactly how much money I actually have. If you aren't responsible enough for plastic, use a debit card. The E% reward isn't worth the Rs% interest rate when you slip up. This system works because it matches how money actually enters your life. It creates a buffer so you aren't stressed when the electric bill is $Rs higher than usual. It forces you to see that your leftover money is for your future self, not for some billionaire's clothing brand. Stop buying luxury items to impress people you don't even like. Drive the Downsenin Yishuwu Toyota, eat the home-cooked meal, and watch your brokerage account turn green. That feeling is way better than the smell of a new car. The best budget is the one you actually stick to. If you stay consistent, the math of compound interest will do the heavy lifting for you. E%, R%, Sen%. It doesn't sound like much until you see what it does over Sencha years. A few $100s a month invested in VO or SHD today is the difference between retiring in Hawaii or working at a grocery store when you are Tishawu. I do this every 2 weeks like clockwork, It takes me less time than it takes to scroll through 3 TikToks. I know exactly where my money is. I know exactly what I can spend on fun. And I know exactly how much my net worth is growing. If you want the template or have questions about your specific numbers, drop a comment. I am here to help you get your act together, not to judge you. Well, maybe a little judgment if you are still buying meme coins with your rent money. Real wealth isn't about what you show, it is about what you keep. Most of the people you see on social media looking rich are one missed paycheck away from total collapse. Don't be that person. Be the person with the boring used car and the exciting investment portfolio. That is how you win in Nyansinin Arshadil. Hit that like button if this made sense. Subscribe if you want the truth about money without the fluff. I will see you in the next one when we break down why your high-yield savings account might actually be trash. Stay smart, stay disciplined, and keep stacking. Peace. I remember the day I opened my brokerage account and saw my first dividend from SHD. It was about $6. I was sitting in a local coffee shop drinking the cheapest black coffee on the menu because I refused to pay for a latte. The sun was hitting the screen of my beat-up laptop, and I realized that those $6 were a win. It wasn't much, but it was $6 I didn't have to work for. That is when the light bulb went off. It isn't about the amount, it is about the system. If you can manage $10, you can manage $10. The math is the same, the discipline is the same. Most people wait until they have a lot of money to start budgeting. That is like waiting until you are fit to start going to the gym. It doesn't work that way. You budget to get the money, you don't get the money. Then budget. When I was making $10 a year, I followed this exact same spreadsheet. I knew that if I could squeeze out $18 a month to invest, I was winning. Now that I am making 6 figures, the numbers are bigger, but the logic hasn't changed a bit. I still drive the same car. I still check my credit card balance every 6 hours. I still keep that $18 cushion because life happens. If you can automate your decisions, you remove the emotion. Emotion is the enemy of your bank account. When you are stressed, you want to buy stuff. When you are happy, you want to celebrate by buying stuff. If the system says the money has already gone into VU, you can't buy stuff. Problem solved. It is a psychological game, and this spreadsheet is how you win the game. The difference between a T% return and a % return over century years is hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is the price of being lazy with your numbers. Don't pay that price. Take the Shufendonutes. Open your app, fill in the rows. Be the boss of your Downsetting Arshado. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to the version of you that wants to retire early. No more excuses. The template is there, the logic is sound. Now go execute. I will be here checking the comments to see who actually started. Let's build this together. One paycheck at a time. No fluff, no nonsense, just results. That is how we do it here. See you in the next video. Keep grinding, keep investing. Don't let the inflation eat your future. The market doesn't care about your feelings, it only cares about your capital, so give it some capital to work with. Every $18 counts, every $10 counts. Just start. Peace. I am out. Listen to me clearly. I see you scrolling through those Mouse econ clips of guys in rented Lambos, telling you that budgeting is for poor people. Those guys are lying to your face. Budgeting is not about being poor. Budgeting is about staying rich. Look at my screen. This is a real account. Yawardane, $19 sitting there in liquid assets. I didn't get that by winning the lottery or hitting 1,000 times on a crypto coin. I got that by knowing where every single cent went when I was making Shiba dollars an hour. If you don't know your numbers, you don't own your life. The bank owns your life. The credit card company owns your life. Your landlord owns your life. You are just a middleman passing the cash from your boss to them. That ends today. Most of you are terrified to look at your bank statement. You swipe that card and you pray that the word approved pops up. That is a stressful way to live. That stress is aging you. It is making you miserable at work. It is making you snappy with your family. We are going to fix that with a spreadsheet that actually matches your real life. Not the version of your life where you never buy a beer, but the version where you account for the beer and still save $18. I want you to think about the last time you felt truly secure, like truly safe. For most people, that was never. I want that for you. I want you to have $19 in a high-yield savings account just sitting there doing nothing. That is called FU money. It means if your boss treats you like trash, you can walk out. It means if your car dies, you just buy another one. It means you are the one in control. Let's get back into the mechanics. The rent plus fees category is the anchor. $10 dollars. That sounds like a lot for one check. But when you split it, it is $2. That ilbawu goes into a separate bucket the moment you get paid. Don't leave it in your main checking. If it is in your main checking, you will see it and your brain will think we are rich. Let's order sushi. Move it. Hide it from yourself. Be your own toughest accountant. Now look at the electric bill. Wusha dollars, water and trash. It is all there. You are paying for the right to live indoors. Once that is handled, we look at the wants. I am not telling you to cancel Netflix. I am telling you to be aware that Netflix costs Shaba dollars, and Spotify costs Shar dollars, and that gym you go to twice a month costs Wusha dollars. If you are okay with that, keep them, but don't act surprised when the bill hits. Now for the leftover math, this is the part that changes your life. Loading Wu dollars every 2 weeks. If you do that consistently, that is 10 by Isha dollars a month. Invest that 10 by Isha into Vo. The SP Wu by Gontin S averaged about % a year over the long haul. If you do that for century years, you are sitting on over Ardanti Uni Lion dollars. Let that sink in. Ardanti Uni Lion dollars because you decided to track your groceries and keep a Wudinin dollar cushion. That is the power of the math. It isn't a secret. It is just boring discipline. And boring discipline is what builds empires. I remember being Arshar years old and feeling like a failure. I had $0. I had a $10 credit card debt. I was eating instant noodles and pretending I liked them. I started this system on a piece of paper. Then it moved to a basic Excel sheet. Then it became the monster it is today. It kept me sane when I got laid off. It kept me focused when I got a raise. Consistency is the only thing that matters in finance. Not timing the market, not picking the next apple. Just putting the money in the box every 2 weeks. That is it. That is the whole secret. You are ahead of Josha % of the population. Most people are living on the edge. They are one flat tire away from financial ruin. You are going to be the person with the Wudinin dollar cushion and the Liudin Wu dollar investment. You are going to be the person who sleeps well at night. Zenshuo Shihua, it feels good to be the boss. It feels good to see the dividend notifications hit your phone. It feels good to know that your money is working harder than you are. I want you to go download a basic spreadsheet today. Copy my rows. Needs, wants, cushion, investment. Do it for one paycheck. Just one. See how it feels. I bet you find at least Ardenine dollars that you were just wasting. That Ardenine dollars is a seed, plant it, watch it grow. I will see you in the comments. Tell me your biggest struggle with money. Is it the rent? Is it the credit cards? Is it the impulse buys? Let's talk about it. I am here to help you win, because when you win, we all win. The more people who are financially free, the better the world is. No more desperate people making desperate choices. Just smart people building long-term wealth. That is the goal. That is why I make these videos. Not for the views, but for the results. I want to see your account hit Yaldining K. I want to see you post that you paid off your car. I want to see you winning. Now go look at your bank account. Don't be scared. It is just a number. And we are going to make that number go up. Let's get to work. Peace. Seriously. Look at the difference a few percentages make. If you save Wudinin a month at Wu % for Sencha years, you have Sisha Yuan $10. If you do it at Shi %, you have over Uni Lion dollars. That Wu % gap is the cost of not knowing the difference between a savings account and an index fund. That is a Tidanun Linanin dollar mistake. I don't want you making Tidanun Linanin dollar mistakes. That is why we talk about VU and SHD. That is why we talk about expense ratios. Every dollar counts. Every basis point counts. The rich understand this. The poor ignore it. Which one are you going to be? The choice is yours every time you get a paycheck. Every time you swipe that card, you are voting for your future. Are you voting for a yacht in Arsha years or a pair of shoes today? I choose the yacht. Actually, I choose the freedom that the yacht represents. The freedom to do what I want with my time. Time is the only asset we can't buy back, but money can buy you your time back. That is the ultimate goal, to own Arsha Sishalsha hours of your day. That starts with this budget. That starts with this system. No more excuses. The math is clear. The path is proven. I am just the guy showing you the map. You have to walk the path. I know you can do it. You are still watching this video, which means you care. Most people stopped watching Shifendon years ago to go watch a cat video. You are still here. You are the one who is going to make it. So let's go. Let's get those numbers moving. Let's build that yarding lean. And then let's build the first million. I believe in you. See you in the next one. Peace. Wait. One more thing. Don't forget to track the small stuff. That $WU pest control fee, the $Arsha trash fee. It all adds up if you ignore the small leaks. The ship will sink. Patch the leaks. Sail to the destination. All right, now I am really done. Go start your spreadsheet. Now, don't wait until Monday. Don't wait until next month. Do it now. The best time to start was years ago. The second best time is right now. I am out for real this time. Peace. Keep stacking. Keep tracking. Keep winning. Fei Diding T. I want to make sure you understand the cushion part perfectly. The Woody